Evening, no matter where you're watching us from around the world. Michael Firth here, founding Field Advisory Board member and crowned with Neumi. And it is my pleasure to be live streaming to you today. Now, we're live streaming into so many locations around the internet right now. We're on the YouTube channel, we're on Facebook, on Everything Neumi Worldwide, we're on various people's personal profiles. And this is an opportunity for everybody to get a great insight to what HYDRASTAT is all about. Now, I've got a riddle for you, and that is, what do you get when you take proven ingredients that are already proven to the point that have peer-reviewed studies left, right, and center right around the world for your health and nutrition, and when you shrink those particles down like no other company's been able to do before? Well, you get HYDRASTAT, and that's what we're here about to talk about today. It's a way of delivering nutrition to the cells in a way that's never been able to be done before. I'm going to outline that, but I know it takes some time for some people to get online with these events. So what we're going to do first off is I'm going to put a quick timer up, and then once that finishes, we'll get straight into some fantastic interviews. So bear with me for 1 second. Alrighty, so now that we've got a timer and everybody knows that we're online, let's kick off the event. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do live streaming events on social media all the time here at Neumi. And as I said, we're live streaming into a YouTube channel, on Facebook, all over the place. With that in mind, I want to pick the lucky winner from last week. So Angela Bartalis, you have won a bottle of our product. If you could reach out to me directly, I'll make sure I'll get your mailing address wherever you are in the world, and we'll certainly be sending some product through to you, which will be fantastic. If you haven't tried it before and you're a brand new person checking us out, go back to the person who invited you for more information, but we'll get you the free bottle of product. If you are a Neumi member or a Neumi customer, well, congratulations, you just won another bottle of the product. Now today, it's pretty awesome because we're going to go right around the world in all parts of the Neumi world worldwide. I'm going to be interviewing people about their experience on the product. Having said that, do me a favor, because we will be drawing a product, free product from here today as well. So if you would like to win a bottle of products and go in the draw for next week, type in wherever you are online right now, exactly where you're logging in from. And also we would love to, sorry, just looking at the private chat people have got going. We'll be able to show those people that are saying hi right around the world from the chat that's happening publicly. So feel free to type in where you're watching us from right now. What country are you from? 74 countries around the world. We can see Beverly is in Florida. I know Keith is actually in Louisiana. We've got Applegate, California, people typing in. Keep doing that as we get the event underway, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what I'm going to do first off, for those people who are brand new and have no clue what this event is about and no clue what our product is all about, I'm going to show you very quickly a little bit about our product and what it's all about. So give me 1 second as I just juggle through some screens. There it is. All right. Indonesia's online as well. Fantastic. Jacksonville, Illinois. So what is Neumi? Let me just hide the chat for one moment. Keep typing in if you like. For those people who don't know what Neumi is, just a bit of background. We are the trailblazers, the innovators, dedicated to revolutionizing health and wellness through our cutting-edge technology called HYDRASTAT Molecular Encapsulation Delivery System. So you're going to hear the word HYDRASTAT mentioned by a lot of the people today because it is very unique. What is it? Well, it's a way of solving a problem. The biggest problem facing the world right now, if you like, in terms of nutrition absorption, is that studies show 90% of oral supplements are not absorbed by the body, and this means only a fraction of the nutrients that you're taking actually are received by the cells where they're needed. And we all know we have the most expensive urine in the world because all these products do not absorb. So how do we solve the problem? We solved it in transforming health and wellness with breakthrough science with HYDRASTAT. So our proprietary process, HYDRASTAT, sets us apart by delivering high quality proven ingredients to your cells. Now, there are three things that make us very unique. The The first one is cell size. Just to give you some context, a human hair, which you won't even see on the screen here, is 80 to 100,000 nanometers. And our molecular ingredients through our process can get down to 10 nanometers or millimicrons, as shown on the screen. So you can see the difference there. The first thing that puts us worlds apart different from any other product in the market is because we are under 10 nanometers, which means we can access a cell. Most products, even liposomals, nanotechnology, are around 60 to 200 nanometers, and that means you can't even penetrate the blood-brain barrier. Secondly, what makes us unique is the surface area. A bit of a science lesson. See the screen? A cell only absorbs a section of the molecule that they can touch. So when we nanosize, as you can see on the screen, we get 200 times greater surface contact, which means you actually get the absorption much bigger. So that statement, size doesn't matter. Well, it does when it comes to here. The smaller, the better. And the final thing is our product is encapsulated in ultra purified water molecules, which are purer than a hospital IV. So these are the three things that make us very unique. So just being really clear, you cannot compare any other product in the market because nobody is doing what we're doing in these three breakthrough spaces. And that's the important thing for us to understand first up. Having said that, let me just quickly jump back on my screen here with this new software and go to this screen here and stop that. Beautiful. Just learning some brand new technology at my end, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, type in pick me, please. I'm going to bring up the chat again. If you want to type in where you're watching us from at the same time, that'd be fantastic. And let's put it up the side here. What have we got? We got people who are here from Mexico. We have people from Indonesia. We have people from absolutely everywhere. And you can scroll through that on the side. Actually, it doesn't let me do that when I'm doing this, but it's all good. They will start coming in as they type, and I'll get rid of that one as well. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to interview people from around the world. I'm going to start with Irene from Greece. So just give me 1 second as I bring up something. I want to bring up a little photograph to show you who Irene is. Now, Irene's pretty happy right now because she's been involved in our home-based business model with this amazing product for a little while now, but she's super excited at the moment. And the reason behind that is that she has just had someone qualify at the diamond rank in Neumi literally only a few minutes ago. So we would love to hear from you, Irene. If you could just share with us, what's your experience been with our products?
Thank you for having me over. And I would love to share my experience, okay? Because a little over 2 years ago, at age 55, I was really struggling with unbearable discomfort, especially under my feet, and the mornings were the worst. I felt like a shadow of myself. I felt like my face was reflected the way I felt. And my boyfriend told me to create a list, a spreadsheet, he said, of all my complaints and visit a doctor, but nobody could pinpoint the cause of all this discomfort I was experiencing. So in search of a brighter outlook, I attended the Tony Robbins seminar, and over there I met my sponsor, Beverly. That's introduced me to a glutathione product that she was sharing on a Facebook page. And I was intrigued, but unfamiliar with the term, of course, because I never heard of what glutathione was. And I did a little research and I decided to give it a try. And I'm very grateful that I did because last year I discovered what caused the issues that I had, and it was caused by exposure to forever chemicals in my water in this area. And detoxing with the glutathione it was a game changer for me, because after just 3 times that I used the product, I got out of bed and I stepped down on the floor and the discomfort wasn't there. It completely vanished. So I was very overwhelmed, of course, and excited about it. And I'm very grateful. And that's the reason I'm sharing. Since then, I've experienced so many other improvements. My dentist noted that my gums are getting better. My sleep got back to normal, and I wake up full of energy every morning. And the most astonishing thing is I'm 57 years old and everybody thinks I'm a sister to my daughters. And that is incredible feeling, because my face kind of lifted back up and I feel amazing. And that's the reason I'm sharing with everybody nowadays, because everybody needs to know.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. And so, by the way, Irene represents Greece because she's launched Neumi into Greece, which is fantastic. Let's jump to a different part of the world and looking at all the different accents. Another person I'd love to bring up is actually Greg Dixon. So Greg, just a bit of background, Greg actually has a pool manufacturing or installation business, and he also has been a a cyclist for a lot of his life. He'll tell you more details, but Greg has had a spectacular result. So Greg is from New Zealand. So g'day, mate. Can you hear us? Oh, we've got silence coming from your connection. Don't know why. We could hear you before. Just make sure you're unmuted. Nope. Okay, we're going to have to jump to a next one, unfortunately, guys. Just give me 1 second. And we'll jump over to Alexandra, who is actually in, where are we, Alexandra. She is, her and her husband, Ronan. Hi, Alexandra. Her and her husband, Ronan, have actually helped expand the business into all the Hebrew-speaking parts of the world. And of course, Israel's going crazy at the moment as well. So Alexandra, tell us a little bit about your product experience.
Hi, Michael. Yes, I had a great experience with the Neuro product. I work as a mortgage loan consultant, and this involves a lot of time in front of the computer screen, paying attention to small details, numbers. It can be really mentally draining, and I would find out that around midday, noon to 2 p.m., my brain will get really tired and I could no longer concentrate. So I had to stop and move on to easier tasks. And this was before Neuro. When Neuro came, I said, I have to try this. I tried it. And that was from day number one. I could feel that my productivity increased. My brain was able to work throughout the whole day, which means that now I have more hours of work that I can be productive. And for me, it's a life changer. It's game changer, life changer. It was a wonderful experience, and I'll keep taking it. I will not stop.
Beautiful. And I love your view there, by the way. I know that Ronan and Alexandra were in Vegas right now. So that's a great bit of feedback. Now let's jump to another part of the world. Let's go over to the Philippines. Just bear with me. And we will pick Mark. Now, Mark is a good friend of mine who was the pioneer of Philippines and kicking the market off. And I know, Mark, you've had a pretty great experience as well. So if you can share that with us, that'd be awesome.
Yes, Michael, and thank you for having me. Well, 4 years ago, I was sedentary due to the lockdowns that we had, and this led me to being having a lot of discomfort, especially in my joints, and so I could hardly move, and every movement and every step that I made was really a struggle, which led to me being overweight and losing a lot of muscle mass. I was resigned to this condition, thinking that this was really a part of growing old. But I was introduced to Neumi in 2021, and after a couple of days swishing, I noticed that the discomfort was less and less. So I started walking daily, which started as a limp, and after a few weeks, I could already jog, and this progressed into running. And eventually, I even noticed that I have more energy and doing a lot of stuff. So I returned into doing an active lifestyle. So I exercise daily. I go to the gym. I walk an average of 15,000 steps almost daily. And well, a lot of things. I play tennis. I go scuba diving and all that stuff. And I love it. And so this year, I turned 60, and I thank Neumi for NutriSwish and giving me a life-changing life, for this old boy.
Mate, you don't look your age, and I've got to attest that he does go scuba diving, because when I went to the Philippines with Neumi, we went to the clearest water with the most fish I've ever seen in my entire life. So great transformations in the stories. Let's go to another part of the world now. Let's go over to back to Australia, where I'm based, because we also have my good friend Phoebe Wallace. Now, Phoebe was actually also involved on day one and is one of the reasons for the success of the expansion here in Australia. So Phoebe, share with us your experience.
Hi, good morning, everybody, and thank you for having me, Michael. Look, I had years, and I mean years of struggle and lived with back, joint, and general discomfort due to old injuries that I got in my late teens and my early 20s. And I used everything that was absolutely imaginable to try and resolve these issues, and numerous treatments, and with no long-term effects whatsoever. And then in 2008, I started using a glutathione precursor, and I did have amazing results with that. The only challenge was that I do have gut issues, and I had to be really careful what time of the day that I took it, because I would get really bad regurgitation and heartburn. And then later I tried liposomal glutathione. And to be honest, I had zero results with that. And in fact, I started reverting to feeling like I used to before I started the precursors. And then, of course, I was a founding member of Neumi, and I started with NutraSwish. Again, I had amazing results, and I cannot live without this product. I cannot be without it. If I missed one dose, I would notice. It's amazing. It resolved all the issues that I had with the precursor, but I don't have any gut issues. I can take it numerous times, any time of the day, and it makes no difference. Of course, with Neumi Skin, that goes without speaking. It's a fantastic product. I've just returned from Ireland from my 50th nursing anniversary with my colleagues from around the world, and I had numerous compliments about my skin and what was I doing. So needless to say, I will be telling them what I'm doing. And then, of course, Neuro came along. And that gives me added boost whenever I need a real bump up in my energy. I love this product. It's a great flavor. And if I have to study or concentrate, it gives me that extra sharpness and clarity of thought. So I am a pneumaholic, basically, and I love the products.
Beautiful. I love that term, pneumaholic. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a product that boosts your glutathione levels, which is a lot of people have been talking about that. We've also got a skin product, as Phoebe referred to, and a product called Neuro for brain health, endorsed by the American Brain Council. But we also have a product called HERS in America, in Canada and Mexico, which is all about women's health. So what I'm going to do now is jump right over to another part of the world and go to Danae. Now, Danae is actually a homeschooling mum of 3, and so we were talking earlier about, she might have the kids running around like crazy behind, and that's totally okay if that happens. So can you share your experience as well?
So yes, I'm 34 years old, 3 kids, been married for 13 years, and HERS came into my life a year ago. Well, it's a little over a year now, but a year ago in September of last year. And I was constantly dealing with PMS symptoms before I'm starting my cycle. My hormones were very unbalanced. I was on something else trying to get them fixed, and I was able to stop using that when the HERS came into my life, because it was helping me in so many different ways, from mood swings to breast tenderness, spotting before I'm starting, spotting after. It got better as the months went on as well, which was really cool. And then the NutraSwish for me, I felt like burst of energy the first time I used it, but it also helps me recover from workouts. It's very good for muscle recovery and discomfort. It's helped me with that as well. And then I want to throw in the Neuro, because I have always had a very, very hard time reading and reading comprehension. Basically, I would have to read something over and over and over again to understand what I was reading. And since I've been on the Neuro, whenever we got it back at the Rise event, I can understand, when I'm doing school with my kids, it's a night and day difference for my brain. I'm understanding that stuff. I'm remembering things. It's crazy how good my brain is working lately. So I love it.
Beautiful. Thank you. And what I love, you're seeing guys around the world in different countries, but you're also seeing different demographics, young people, older people, everyone can benefit from these products. So speaking of older, no, just joking. Speaking of a good friend of mine all the way from Canada, we were chatting just earlier, and this is Martin. Now, Martin was also one of the founding members of Canada. Martin, if you can tell us a little bit about your product experience, buddy, that'd be great.
Sure. I've been active in sports and fitness and nutrition since I was about 19. Inherited some of that knowledge and energy from my mother, who's a natural practitioner. During my military days into the bodybuilding, she used to supply us with all our supplements, and I've done just about everything you can think of. Everything from animal packs to protein powders to creatine, you name it, I've done it, other than the steroids that I've never done. And I can say, I was struggling. I was having a hard time through that time that we went through with that disease that shut down the world. But I've also had major rollovers, multiple rollovers in MBAs. Had a bike accident, hockey injuries, you name it, MMA injuries. And just over the years, that kind of compounds, and before you know it, things aren't working the way they used to. Well, I'm 61, and like a lot of the other people on that have commented already, I've had experience with the precursor technologies, and they made a difference too, but not as dramatic as the HYDRASTAT technologies across the board. The only product I'm not using, obviously, is hers. But the face stuff, the skin spray, I love that stuff. Especially you get a bug bite or anything like that, it's gone in a hurry. Like the itch is gone, right? But anyway, yeah, I work out now like I did when I was 25, and the muscle recovery and the ability to build muscle is just like I did in my days when I was 25. I go to the gym, guys are looking at me and going, how do you do that? And I'm 61. Literally, I mean, my head's cocked like this because of the car accident, and I still do it. So, yeah, it's a great product.
Beautiful. Thank you for your feedback. So again, and I said that tongue in cheek because I'm probably similar age, or nearly similar age, to Martin, and all age groups can benefit from the product. I'm not sure if we've got Greg in New Zealand's internet back, but I've got a backup plan for that. Now let's move over to Keith. And Keith, if I can find him on the screen here, where did he go? Keith, here he is. Keith is a good buddy of mine from waving his arms around like crazy, all the way from Louisiana in the USA. So share your experience on the product as well, buddy.
Absolutely. I was waving my hands, so hopefully it can help you find me. So look, hey, I got started, first introduced to this amazing technology back in 2022. And I was really, really excited because I kind of already had a good knowledge base of glutathione. And this was really an answer to a prayer. See, when I first was introduced to NutraSwish, I had been dealing with an injury, a shoulder injury that kept me with discomfort day and night. I tell people a lot of times, if I was to give you an estimate of how intense, 1 being I barely felt anything, 10 being it was so intense I'd want to cut my arm off, it was generally a 12. That's how intense it was. And I tried all the things, pills, powders, lotions, potions, capsules, rubs, creams, you name it, I did it. Anything that anybody would do to get rid of that discomfort level, right? I even had somebody send me those little stickers. I put them back. I tell people, look like my grandkid's sticker book. I had them all lined up. Just trying to be able to get a full night's sleep was a task because of the level of discomfort. And I dealt with that for almost a year. So when we were introduced, I got excited because I knew the potentiality of it. We ordered on the day before Easter in 2022. It comes in 3 days later. I bust the box open and we're like kids at Christmas time. Jamie's swishing, I'm swishing. I'm putting down 4 teaspoons in that first day. And Michael, that Wednesday night was the first time in almost a year that I was like a Lionel Richie song, man. I slept all night long. And it was just a beautiful thing. I was able to get up in the morning. I sat on the edge of my bed and literally wept because I realized I had practically zero discomfort, slept all night long. And this was the change that I was praying for. I was able to return back to my body weight exercises, something that I wasn't able to do throughout the past previous year. Getting down and doing all the things, the chest exercise, the push-ups, you name it, running with the grandkids, throwing them on my shoulder, having backwards foot races, you name it. We were doing all the things again that I really didn't think I'd have an opportunity to ever do again. And so this product, this company gave me my life back, and I couldn't be more thankful. And, you know, we're talking about this skin spray. I had to do this too, you see, because my other fear was that I'd be walking down the street with Jamie while she was using this. She'd be aging backwards, and I would look like an antique compared to her. And so I had to keep up. So heck yeah, I'm spraying, and I couldn't be more excited about this product here for what it's done for my daughter, what it's done for every. You see, whenever the women are doing good, the men are doing good too.
Happy wife, happy life.
Absolutely, happy life for sure. And look,
Beautiful.
memory recall out the roof. Absolutely remarkable product. I recommend everybody get on this new technology. It's going to change your life. It did mine.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Now, we'll have one last attempt at New Zealand, but if not, I have a backup plan for you, Greg. So let's see if your sound is working. No, he's not. Okay. It's totally okay. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you Greg and his feedback right here, and we'll sort out our technology another day. But this is Greg's feedback. So if you don't know, Greg, as I said earlier, he's 58 years of age. He was in pool construction, but he spent his life doing, in his 20s, mountain bike racing. And after doing half-day events, he would be spent, no energy left. But at 58 now, with NutraSwitch, she's able to go out, do multiple days of riding with energy to spare and great mental clarity and hardly muscle soreness either. While we're on this screen, I might just show you some other things here, guys. We do also have Jean. I couldn't get Jean on live today, but she represents Hawaii, and she was saying that the Neuro product is the most noticeable cognitive focus, clarity, memory, energy boosting, get a ton of stuff done swish she's ever known. And people who know her say she has a bit of an attention deficit, and it's had huge impact on helping her with that. And one final example, which I would love to show you as we wrap up, if I get my screen back, here it is this one here. Just hide the screen. This one is very close to my heart as we wrap up, because this individual is someone I know very well, and we'll wrap up with this one. And by the way, just a reminder, type in where you're watching us from right now, even if you're watching the playback. But what we would love to see also is if type in pick me please, if you want to go in the draw for some free product for next week. Okay, I think I know this guy pretty well. This is Mini Me, as you can tell, but looking at the rippling muscles on me and the rippling muscles on him. No, this is my son. He's 24 years of age. He's a powerlifter, athlete, personal trainer, and a gym manager. And Lachlan, my beautiful son, was one of the most skeptical people at the start, but this is what he said recently. Week 3, training recovery's been amazing, coming into each session, no soreness from previous week sessions, already hitting personal bests month in, month out. And in fourth week after using the product, he wasn't swishing once a day, he was swishing 3 times a day. He said more personal bests, including lifting 270 kilograms for the first time he'd ever done it either, which is unbelievable. So we have a product in our hands that no one has anything remotely like. And so with that in mind, as we wrap up today, just a reminder, if you're on at the start, Angela Bartalis, reach out to me. You've won a free bottle of product. Anyone who's typing in now in the replay or the live event for the next 7 days, we'll go in for the draw for a bottle of product. And I want to finally say thank you to everyone for the interviews today, and remind you that there's an amazing business behind the breakthrough we haven't even touched on today. Please ask the person who sent you this recording to send you an overview on how that works as well. We're in 72 countries, as it says at the bottom of the screen, live streaming into 74 right now, because we're about to open up Japan and Thailand, and we're looking for influential people who want to be involved in that expansion today. I can see the people on from absolutely everywhere. I saw someone's even logged in just now from Nigeria. So people are on from all around the world. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time we use this software. We'll be using it again. Just a little tweak. We'll be lining it up, this live event, every week online on social media, and exactly the same time as all the other Neumi events, which means it will be 1 hour later next week. Then we'll line it up 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time worldwide for every single event. So again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you're watching